Welcome back. President Trump's daughter, Ivanka, is set to take the witness stand on Wednesday in the New York civil trial some are calling a political circus. Her brothers, Eric and Donald Trump Jr., that is, they've already testified. This after the former president took the stand, at times going at it with the judge really going at it with him, let's be honest. Alan Dershowitz, Harvard Law School professor emeritus, also author of the new book, Get Trump, The Threat to Civil Liberties, Due Process, and Our Constitutional Rule of Law, joining us once again. Alan, we're hearing from legal experts, including yourself, I believe, so correct me if I'm wrong, who say that the former president will indeed be convicted of fraud. There's no denying that. So what exactly was Mr. Trump's mission on the witness stand in sharing his testimony that the judge at times called a speech?
Well, I think Trump is smart enough to know that he has no chance of winning anything in front of this extremely biased judge and his law clerk and the entire Attorney General's office. They have made this into a political case. The Attorney General, who once accused the Trump administration sexist and ageist comment, has just gone after him. I named my book, Get Trump, based on her campaign pledge to get him. She's out to get him. She has press statements before he testifies, after he testifies. So Trump is fighting fire with fire. He's saying this is political, so I'm responding political. I'm not talking to this judge. I'm talking to my voting base. I'm talking to the people in purple states. I'm talking to the people I want to have vote for me. He's doing exactly what one would expect him to do in light of the political nature of this prosecution. Why is the Attorney General of New York protecting banks and insurance companies who haven't even asked for protection? She should be protecting vulnerable people. He didn't do anything that hurt anybody. They're just going after him. They've never, as far as I know, gone after any other real estate moguls in situations like this. And then this judge absurdly valuing Mar-a-Lago at like $17 or $18 million. I would buy that tomorrow and flip it and make 10, 20 times that amount. So the judge has lost all of his credibility, and he's playing into Trump's political hands. And this is going to help Trump politically. He'll lose the case. He may win on appeal, but by that time, the election will be over.
Well, I have a question for you, because I think there are a lot of people, of course, with strong opinions about Trump himself. They have criticized him. There has been a lot of evidence of his bombastic behavior, of things that he said that could easily be dissected and disputed in a court of public opinion. But in terms of this case and what you're saying, that this judge is just antagonistic and that this is a political sideshow, how is the state of New York able to get away with all of this?
Well, states have enormous authority and power. The Attorney General's elected. She ran on a campaign to get Trump. But it hurts all Americans when this happens. This is election interference, classic. The goal is to make sure that Trump loses votes among centrist voters. That's the purpose. There's no other purpose. Making money for insurance companies, for banks, they're not even going to get the money. The state will get the money. It will put Trump out of business. Trump will take an appeal. It'll be years before that's all done. But the purpose of this thing is to influence the election. Look, I plan to vote against Donald Trump. Of course, it depends on who is running on the Democratic ticket, but I'm a liberal Democrat. But I want to have the right to vote against him in a fair and open election. I want him to be beaten fairly and squarely and not have any reason or excuse for questioning the election. But these cases, not only the civil case, but the 4 criminal cases, really put the thumb of the weaponized criminal justice system on the scales of the election and guarantee that there'll be objections whichever way this election comes out. Today's election day, people are exercising the great American tradition of voting, and they ought to do that a year from now without the influence or interference of these made-up cases, these fake cases, which have no basis in law or fact.
A lot of people, Republican, Democrat, Independent, watching this thing play out and I think scratching their heads for a few reasons, no matter how you feel about, again, the former president. Alan Dershowitz, thank you as always. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.